So hey guys, it's Ziont again, and this is the final part of my gaming history series. This will not be the final video in the series, as I'll want to spend a little more time on my gaming future, but for now this is everything up to the present day. Last time we left off talking about EVE Online and mobile games and Tribes Ascend, Blacklight Retribution, and things of that nature. I want to start by talking about EVE Online, even though that isn't the earliest game in what I've been playing besides Battlefield. I actually started playing EVE Online before I was playing any shooters, any FPSs of any kind. I was playing it on a really crappy, I think it was a gateway. And it was wonderful, because it was a whole new experience for me. I had found out about it from a guy I knew in high school, and for, I don't know, 8 months or so, I was playing nothing but EVE Online, and it was great. And for a long time, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And in EVE Online, the skill system is all trained in real time. So, if you are training a skill, rather than having to be in-game and grinding for it, it just trains itself, and when you get to the higher levels of skills, it takes days to train a skill. But eventually, I settled on mining and industry, which was fine for the beginning because I had a lot of training to do. I had to spend a lot of time making my mining skill work, making my ship skill work, buying the mining barges, training the special equipment the mining barges needed to mine the ore, finding good systems where I could mine safely without fear of piracy. Eventually I joined a corporation, which is the equivalent of a guild in World of Warcraft, for those of you familiar with that. And I spent a lot of time just mining, which is fine. It's boring, but it's somewhat leisurely, and it gives you sort of something to do in the background while you're doing something else on the computer. Like anything, I got bored of that really fast, because I spent a lot of time making battleships, and those take 4 hours to build, but almost a week to gather the materials for. And I wasn't going into the really dangerous low security systems in order to get the really rare ore that I needed, so I was buying a lot of it, and so that cut into my profits. At the time, buying ISK, the currency of EVE, on eBay was a big thing, so the market was glutted with cash, and so prices were they were plummeting, which meant that my production costs were barely recouped by the battleships I would sell, which sucked because I would spend weeks on this to make a profit of maybe 10 million on a $100 million ship. So I finally decided EVE Online just wasn't for me, and I got into shooters after I played some role-playing games for a while. Fast forward to much more recent times, and I'm playing Battlefield, and I'm getting tired of it. But I'm tired of Skyrim because I've done all the quests I want to do. There's a couple quest lines I haven't completed because I'm not interested in them. I need something new. I hear that Blacklight Retribution is in closed beta. I didn't play Blacklight Tango Down because I didn't have an Xbox when it was out, and I heard it was bad. Blacklight Retribution I heard about through YouTube, and I started looking into it. So I saw that it was a closed beta, and I got in, and I started playing. And for a closed beta, it was actually really well done. It ran at 60 or 70 frames like butter. It was great. The gunplay was nice. The spawns were predictable, but still usable. And I played that until the beta closed, provided what feedback I could. But I was still lacking something. And so I looked into Tribes Ascend. And playing Tribes Ascend was like playing a game made on Mars for me, because it was such a different game. I still can't ski very effectively. I still have trouble predicting where my spin fuser is supposed to go. And I still don't have a good handle on the maps. In fact, I've only played Team Deathmatch, which is a variant on Capture and Hold. I haven't even touched Capture the Flag, which is the mode that defines Tribes. I haven't played Arena or any of the other modes, because I just haven't played it enough. I eventually discovered for myself that Tribes was a distraction. It would never be my main game like Battlefield was. Realizing that, I knew I couldn't go back to Battlefield because that game frustrated me to no end. By that same token, I couldn't go back to console Call of Duty because I was sick of it. And so I went back to YouTube, and I found out about this thing called 4 Delta 1. which is dedicated servers for Modern Warfare 2. And if you followed Modern Warfare 2 on the PC at all, you know about Activision's IWNet, their answer to the dedicated server problem, and Alter IWNet, the dedicated server solution to Activision's IWNet problem. IWNet was a matchmaking peer-to-peer service for the PC akin to the one they had on the consoles. And having not played Modern Warfare 2 on PC in its heyday, I didn't know how that worked, but I knew there was something called Alter IWNet, which is dedicated servers, and I knew that Activision had sued Alter IWNet for basically infringing on copyright. 4 Delta 1 does not interface with the matchmaking servers. Instead, it is purely for the dedicated servers people are willing to provide. And so I joined that. And Modern Warfare 2 was again a whole new game. And I hate that I'm back to Call of Duty, but I played that for a long time, and I still play it because Modern Warfare 2 is, for me at the very least, still a fun game. But it wasn't much longer after that I met Culprit through the Project PTFO tournament. And through Culprit, I met Admiral, and I met Jouettes, and I met Planet Bob. And now I play Battlefield, and it's so much more fun. And I hate to end the commentary without talking about the mobile games, but mobile games are the future of my gaming career, and that will be the topic of the next commentary. I'll see you guys there.